Hey everyone, this is Jesse from Janjo. So, 5 years ago, 2014, I did a stream when I kind of did more casual streams of Sonic Heroes, where I try to beat the game as just Big the Cat, or at least as much as possible Big the Cat. And I just want to take a look back at my playthrough of that. Wait, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, because that helps me upload more videos and know that you like content like this. Now, obviously, there are parts in the game where it forces you to switch, so those parts I would just have switched back, and thankfully, it's a bit easier in Team Rose's story, because in Sonic Heroes with Team Rose, their stages are usually shorter. It's considered the easy mode, and they'll generally go through it. You know, power characters are usually pretty good. Each of the characters have very good strengths to them. And Sonic Heroes is, I'd argue, is an underrated game, but maybe that's a discussion for another day. Let me know if I should do that. And with Big the Cat, and with other power characters, but mostly Big the Cat, you have his bouncing ability, and that's good for getting you height. He can float with his umbrella, obviously hit large blocks, hit a lot of enemies. He can get around a lot of obstacles. You know, you don't usually need the speed of your speed character in a lot of these sections, even if someone like Big the Cat may be slower. Obviously, there are some sections with your flying character, in this case, Cream. You kind of need to get past certain areas, and that I would allow it. I would imagine, obviously, anyway, that in TASes, there are more tricks you can do, more gameplay abusing to get big over certain items. Obviously, speedruns, you can see there's a lot of interesting glitches with the power characters, and I'm sure with that in mind, you can get past even more. Now, I made my way through Seaside Hill and all that stuff, get to the EGG-ALBATROSS, and, you know, first thing you know is like, oh, the boss is running away. Well, whatever shall I do? Well, the boss does eventually stop, which allows you to hit it with Big, even if you may not be able to catch up to it beforehand. So the first level is definitely beatable. Now, in the second stage, in, was it Grand Metropolis, whatever it's called, can't get off the top of my head, but kind of same thing. There are certain segments you have to do with certain characters, like this pole, you have to get up with Amy, certain flying sections, but a lot of them also have boosters where you can just use little Big the Cat, and you can use your Team Blast to get past certain enemies that you may need the Electro Ball from your flying partner to use, but generally, you usually have a good way to deal with them with the power character. You get to the Team Sonic fight, and again, you can also just use Big the Cat, that's no problem. Get to the casino stage, and again, similar thing, you can get past a lot is with just using Big the Cat, because a lot of it's kind of very gimmicky pinball stages and whatnot and moving dice, but you can still platform pretty well with the Big the Cat. And same thing with Act 2, you can get past that, and of course the boss is just another boss rush, so it's not bad. And even when you get to Rail Canyon, again, there are some sections where you have to use the other players, but you can mostly use Big the Cat in this, and I think that was kind of surprising that you can do that, considering he is a heavy character, and there are a lot of sections that, again, you want to use other characters, but you can use mostly Big the Cat a lot of the instances. Now, the part where you get stuck at, however, is the EGG-ALBATROSS in, you know, the Rail Canyon boss, because you can kind of hit it, but the boss just moves too fast to really use Big, and at that point, you gotta figure that there's no way to really do this with mainly Big, as opposed to other stages where you could use a speed or flying character past certain sections. This time, from what I could play, there's no way to do it with just Big as over 51% of it. So unfortunately, that's where my playthrough ended, was with that boss, but I did beat 1, 2, 3, like four whole zones with just Big the Cat, and that's like half the game right there. I don't remember entirely off the top of my head how many zones there are, but that's quite a lot. I think that's pretty impressive with just Big the Cat. You know, considering that Sonic Adventure 1, all he could do was fish. In this game, you could platform and do stuff with him, and as close as we have to Big the Cat, the game, right here, to see what more stuff he could do, and clearly he could do quite a lot, surprisingly. Fortunately, there's no between-level fishing minigames, but that's okay. And maybe I'll stream this again sometime in the future and revisit it. I don't know if y'all would like that. You can obviously let me know on Twitter at JanjoBrand. And yeah, hope you enjoy this video, and until then, have a nice day.